If King Jesus serves, then what must the subjects do? See, we can't simply admire the servant nature of Jesus from a distance. Oh, look at Jesus. There he goes again. Oh my gosh, that Jesus is always serving somebody. Look at him. Ain't he cute? I mean, that's not what we do. We're not looking at Jesus serving from a distance. We learn from Jesus from that distance, just like our kids are going to learn from the teachers standing with them in class and giving them the next instructions so they can learn what the teacher knows. That's why we send people that want to be teachers to school, right? So that they can learn and know how to give that back to the kids. Jesus served so that we could see how it's supposed to be done. We can't simply just admire it, simply the servant nature of Jesus. Well, he was God. I mean, come on. Don't we expect him to know how to do all that stuff? We're called to embody it, the messy, the very concrete reality of our daily lives is still part of our servant opportunity. The argument at the table for the disciples didn't stay in the first century, my friends. It's here, now. The argument is still happening today. Lord have mercy, we can argue about something in this world. But as Christ followers, as believers, how are we responding to that? Romans 12:2 talks about us not being able to not being of this world. Because we're not of this world, then we don't get transformed by it. Don't let the world transform you. Live by what God has taught you. That's what's going to transform you. If we take this life of Christ into the workplace, into the home, into our church life, into this community, then we have to bridge the gap between his radical command and our everyday obedience. It is not easy to be obedient on a daily basis when other people are trying to tell us something. You're going to hear that from your kids when they come home from school these next weeks until they get themselves rooted into a group that doesn't do that to them. Don't let them leave God at home when they go to school. So what does it look like for us on a daily basis? How do we live as servant-hearted disciples in this place that God's put us? Serving others means embracing some of the unseen work that we have to do. The dishes that nobody wants to do. The coworker that's struggling that we may need to listen to. Anybody still doing 2 a.m. diaper changes? That's a real thing. The phone calls from a friend who is just lonely and needs to know that somebody out there cares. Some of these things aren't glamorous. None of it can be glamorous at times, but nobody hands out rewards for them, of course. But Jesus says that it's where greatness lives, in our ability to humble ourselves to the basin and the towel. But here's the thing. As servants, we also have to serve and have a servant's heart when we do it.